We just left our apartment that we're renting here for a few days in Ajijic. And there's a passing motor and another one. So what is the first order of business today for the two travelers in Mexico?
Eating, and Mark does very well at eating. He wastes no time, ever.
That's right, I do waste no time ever. So let's hit the road, look for some food. And speaking of hitting the road,
these streets are not, honestly, the best streets I've seen in Mexico. They're really hard to walk on. You really need to be careful. And the sidewalks here are pretty narrow, usually only room for one person.
And the streets are indeed cobblestone. Very interesting to look at. A little dangerous to walk on.
A lot dangerous to walk
on,
in my opinion.
So, let's go look for some food.
No further ado.
After a couple of minutes walking down the street, we found our restaurant. Give you a tour of what it looks like in here. Kind of a nice sort of indoor-outdoor setup. And counting on Paulette.
We got the Desayuno number 1, which is 155 pesos, which is about, I don't know, 750. Yeah. And it comes with 2 eggs, bacon, hotcakes or French toast, fries, and jugo. So we'll show it to you as soon as we get it. Okay guys, so this is the Americana breakfast. It was number 1. It wasn't called Americana breakfast. But, so this is our Desayuno for today. And
that is potatoes, bacon.
Maybe I think they can figure that out.
2 eggs.
And then
French toast.
Just in case you don't recognize the food. Mark's trying to be helpful. And my French toasts were perfect. They're gone already. My eggs are perfect. I got them medium. Haven't tried my bacon yet, but everything is really primo here. We'll give the name of the restaurant and talk to the waiter in a minute.
So this is our waiter, Octavio, along with Paulette. Octavio, if you could introduce yourself, the name of your restaurant.
Nice to meet you. This restaurant, the name is Goshas. It's a Polish owner. And then I have this restaurant is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's in Ajijic in Oriente 21. See you here, Ajijic. Welcome, guys.
And the breakfast was a 10 out of 10. It was excellent.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Highly recommend.
Gracias. See you guys.
One of the things that really surprised us about Ajijic is all of the color that you see, from murals painted on the sides of buildings, the beautiful cobblestone streets, although treacherous to walk on, multicolored houses. Here's a view, just a typical intersection that you would see in Ajijic. Looking down some streets, walking down some streets with the bougainvillea overhanging the walls. It's really a very unique place. I don't think we've really been any place like it before. Very beautiful. Be sure to explore areas along with the boardwalk or the malecon. Be sure to walk down some of the side streets too and just check out some of the random beauty that you see here and there. Here's another painting on a wall of the house. There's a bar there with some saddles. A view of the malecon and Lake Chapala. Some artistry being sold. You'll notice that he also is selling some other kinds of paraphernalia and is a very happy guy. One of the things that Paulette and I really love about Mexico is the way that they have activities for children everywhere. They build these parks for children. We're coming across a skate park here that's beautifully painted. But in a lot of cities that we've walked around in, there's been little exercise areas for kids, as there was here too on the malecon. Very beautiful and nicely done. And there's Paulette proving that swings aren't just for kids. Maybe she's just a kid at heart.
I am a kid, just an old kid.
We are going to go into this little artisan shop here. Once you get inside, it opens up pretty big. Here is the property security team. There's the shopper.
Just looking right now.
Yeah, she always says that, just looking.
Pretty?
So this mirror here is 2,000 pesos.
Which is?
This is that one.
Which is?
About $100 US, as Paulette is prompting me to say. Here's another store that's captured Paulette's interest.
I like anything that's bling.
And there certainly is a lot of bling in here. This is the dance of the Bailadores de Pamplanta. The rite of the Bailadores is practiced in many communities, mainly in central Mexican states. This is a mystical dance and is actually holdover from a much older traditions that originated in what is now western Mexico. The rite of the Bailadores has survived in certain regions until modern times. The origin of the famous Bailadores de Pamplanta is a prayer of divinity to make the rain fall on the crops in times of drought. Universal and ancestral, this fertility dance is full of symbolism. Each of the flyers is one of 4 cardinal points. The foreman, the character who plays the drum, and the flute is the center of the earth. The outfits refer to the plumage of the birds. The colored ribbons symbolize the rainbow that appears after the rain. The very descent of the dancers represents the fall of rain. No dancers were injured in the speeding up of this video. Here we are at the Cultural Center in the Plaza de Ajijic. This was just an amazing wall and ceiling mural that they have there. Beautifully done. I can't imagine how long it must have taken to paint that. There are some other murals throughout the building too, but probably none as beautiful as that one. There were a few paintings in the building as Paulette is standing by some. Here's some more of the amazing mural work. And here is the theater stage.
Hola.
This is an art walk located right off of the Plaza de Ajijic. It's pretty interesting. People sell their handmade crafts. There was a little bit of food available for sale. A lot of jewelry, of course. Some beautiful murals along the walls. Some clothing, as you see. It was really pretty cool. It's a beautiful mirror right here. I'm not sure who all those are represented. And we have a gunslinger, maybe Pancho Villa there. This is a school across the street from the church that's near the Plaza de Ajijic. And on this building you see a bunch of skulls with names written on them. Apparently those skulls represent someone who once lived in Ajijic, but has since passed away. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of these things on there. One of the things we decided to do is take a little trip to the town of San Juan Casala. We took the Chapala bus and we rode it just for a couple of miles outside of Ajijic, and we wound up at a thermal spa. There are a couple of them. This is one.
This is our mud that we purchased. This was 80 pesos to be shared by 2 people. So we're going to have a little mud bath after we're done going into 4 of the tubs over here. Different ones. Forget what they all are that we're going to go into. But we'll tell you as we go.
Well, Paulette is just getting into the lavender diffuser. How is it?
Good. It smells good.
So we've moved on to the next thermal bath now. I'm not quite sure which one this one is, but I'm going to try it out. A little waterfall there. Paulette has moved on to this one and already thinking about getting out. This is the mineral bath.
This one's a little hot.
He said it's the muy caliente.
Yeah. But I can usually take more heat than Mark can.
That's because he's usually giving me heat.
So here's what for Mark. Get it in the
Hibiscus.
So how is it?
It's good. It's not very hot. I mean, it's warm, but not hot.
Yeah. Well, you don't like it real hot anyhow.
That's true.
So we've done the first 4 baths. Now it's time to frolic in the mud. Paulette's putting on her mud. Looks like war paint. I could be in trouble later if I act up. So if you don't see me in any more videos, suspect foul play.
When I start doing that war dance, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like a pig in mud now. How about you?
I think you look like a pig in mud.
Can you believe she said that?
The mud itself was extra. To get into the spa, it was 800 pesos each. So 40 bucks. And then for a towel, you had to give a 100 deposit. The towels were 40 pesos each, $2. So they kind of get you all ends. And then for the mud, for 2, that was an extra 80 pesos, another $4. So, you know, we're into it for a good chunk of money. But how often do you get to play in the mud and go to all these mineral baths? And one of them over there is the vino. So we didn't bring a straw though, so. And they probably charge you more if you drink the water.
It's the creature from the mud lagoon.
Turn the camera around, Mark. Show them yours.
And I look like a crazy old man.
He is a crazy old man. I put mine on like 3 times. Look how dark I am.
Yeah.
Now we wait for it to dry, then we shower, and then we get in the other 1 or 2 that are over there, and then there's like a steam sauna hut that you go into also. And then the big pool right over here that you go into.
Pool number 5.
And we showered. I showered. It wasn't hot like the mineral baths. It was like lukewarm, if that. But it took a while to get all that dirt off of me, off my face. But you know what? People say that it feels really good afterwards, and it does.
Yeah, I think the mud is meant to like exfoliate.
Yeah, and I mean you do. There's like chunks in it of stuff to exfoliate your skin. So anyhow, we've got this one. We've got one more over here. Mark can show you with the camera. Yeah, that's how you show them. And then the last one is the Pinot Tinto, red wine. Anyhow, it's been a pampering kind of a day. We don't do this very often, but after 9 puppies and pregnant mama dog and Fiona, I deserve it. And so does Mark, because he came along with me.
Here's Paulette getting into the wine bath. The noise was just too much, so he couldn't really make it out. But there's a wine bath. There's some other people already enjoying their time in there. It was pretty fun. And it smelled a little bit like wine, too, which was always nice.
Well, did you enjoy your day at the thermal pools?
I did. I had a really good time. And you?
Well, I did have a good time. It was nice. Not something we normally do, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun way to spend the day. Mm-hmm. So, do I look 10 years younger?
No.
No!
I was going to say 20 years younger.